Hey there, folks. Saying T at the Arizona Ghost Riders here. Native American headdresses.
Take that off. You're not supposed to wear that.
Bill?
Yeah, it's Bill.
I hear you, but I can't see you.
Well, I'm a ghost, so... And you need to take that off. You can't wear that.
Wait, what? What do you mean I can't wear this?
It's only for acts of bravery.
Bravery?
Yes?
Come on, I did 25 years in customer service. I'm pretty brave.
Whatever, dude. It's your funeral later.
Ladies and gentlemen, forget about him. Let's check into this. When we think of Native American headgear, everything from large headdresses down to just a bandana comes to mind. There was such a variety. Well, we're going to do an overview on some of those right now.
I have heard.
First of all, not every member of the tribe had one. It could have been worn by a chief or a distinguished warrior. The headdress had to be earned.
Well, it was me that was supposed to give you that Indian headdress and not Corporal James here. And, well, I'd like your permission to express my feelings on this matter, sir.
Oh, I see. Well, certainly.
They were made with feathers, animal skins, beads, and were basically beautiful works of wearable art. Both men and women wore them. Building one took a long time, and the creativity was left to the tribal member making it. That big flowing one that we see in all the movies was actually not a Hollywood invention. It's called a war bonnet.
Everything's better with blue bonnet on it.
And ironically was not often worn into battle. Just looking at one tells you that it kind of restricts movement and is no doubt a little uncomfortable. This headdress was mainly ceremonial, and the feathers represent acts of bravery. So, the more feathers, the braver the warrior was.
Did you win this feather?
Yes, in the fight at the Little Bighorn.
Sometimes the recipient would have to fast for a few days before getting that feather put on his bonnet. An amazing example is Comanche Chief Quanah Parker's war bonnet hanging down below the belly of his horse. That feller kept pretty busy.
We should have packed a lunch, Chief. Looks like it's going to be a long job.
In Quanah Parker's situation, we see a blending of cultures. Early on, Comanche typically did not use feathers in their headdresses. Rather, they used buffalo hide and horns to create a fearsome look when facing an enemy. Quanah picked up the fashion from the Cheyenne tribe. He isn't alone. As time goes on, we start to see the blending of cultures. The Apache headbands shown in series like the High Chaparral were also real. Some tribes used leather while others used cloth. Ron Huss, a subscriber and friend, used to make reproduction Native American items. Some of them I've shown on the channel. Well, he made a headdress for displaying in our museum at Old Tucson.
Gosh dang.
Oh. Ron made this amazing headpiece for the museum at Old Tucson, which I'm very excited. And he also gave me a bunch of other things. How did you get interested in making Native American reproduction stuff?
I was always from yay big, going to the Field Museum in Chicago. And there's a section there for the First Nations. I mean, as a little kid, I'm thinking, I know these people lived in the middle of nowhere and that they probably traded and got some of these things. Before that trade happened, they were coloring, using plants and different minerals. They'd color porcupine quills and they would make patterns and colored patterns using that. And then the bead trade came in probably 1830s or 40s from the Hudson Company and other companies like that.
Did the museum allow you to get in there and study them, or?
Later on, when I was starting to make bows out of Osage orange, and I was starting with sheep horn, they let me in the back. And I was able to look at some examples that they don't put out.
Tell me a little bit about this headdress that you built here. It's pretty unique.
It's this is the top skull portion of an antelope, of a pronghorn antelope. And it doesn't have the pronghorns on it, but that wouldn't make it any less important. You have a trade sleigh bell or a bell that they would have taken off of a wagon that was left out in the middle of nowhere, abandoned
Right.
for whatever reason.
Santa Claus.
Exactly.
Take him out with an arrow.
Oh, why not?
Sorry, kids. I'm just kidding.
This is elk hide, and it's just folded over, and then they would tie it, make holes, tie it, and then you would have ties, they'd fringe it. Of course, trade cloth, these plume feathers, and then you would have, these are not real, these are painted or hand painted eagle feathers, and then hand painted red tail hawk feathers on a piece of trade cloth.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been either calico or cotton, and then piece of blanket, and then some more trade cloth, and then
Could they also decorate him with things like talons or bones or...
talons, bones, bear claws.
Did each thing symbolize something, or were they merely decoration? Like, I know the feathers symbolized bravery.
Animals like that, animals like the bear, wolf, any kind of raptor, owl,
Right.
hawk,
Yeah.
were considered sacred because that animal was considered sacred. Plus, it was an animal that exhibited
Strength.
bravery,
Yeah.
strength, and hunting.
There you go. Okay. Well, I'm excited. I can't wait to put that on a mannequin. Sorry, I can't put it on a real person, but I'll have to go on a mannequin. But that's pretty neat. I can't wait to share some of that knowledge with people. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you to Ron Huss for coming on today. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for everything. So there you have it. Whether they were for war or ceremony, I think we can all appreciate the craftsmanship and cultural significance of the Native American headdress. Well, folks, that's it for another episode. Thanks for watching. As always, please like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you on down the trail. Oh, geez, you're shooting at us. Hey there, folks. Santee at the Arizona Ghost Riders. Whoa! How do they keep these on their head? It's a little tighter, I guess.